Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is CR and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so welcome to this first part of a 7-part series of little tarot pick-a-cards that I did. And so the idea behind this was I wanted to kind of do themed piles here color-wise that related to all of the chakras. So these were kind of being messages in relations to this particular chakra for you, just messages you need to know, kind of in relation to what these chakras represent. And so, of course, there's going to be one for all 7 of the chakras. The first one we are starting here with is, of course, the root chakra and the color red. So the root chakra, it has a lot to do with support and stability. It is your roots. It's your family. It's how you grew up. It has a lot to do with sort of the physical body, you know, basic needs of human survival. And so, you know, its location is the base of the spine between the anus and the genitals. Its symbol is four red petals around a square containing downward pointing triangle. The color, of course, associated with it is red. Its element is earth, and its ruling planet is Saturn. So when you have a well-balanced root chakra, you know, it demonstrates self-mastery, high physical energy, grounded, healthy. When it's too open, it could lead to bullying, overly materialistic, self-centered, engages in physical foolhardiness. When it's blocked, emotionally needy, low self-esteem, self-destructive behavior, and being fearful. You know, it's about life lessons about having to do with standing up for yourself. You know, its main issues, again, are survival and physical needs. And the goal of it is for, you know, physical health and fitness, grounding, stability, and security. Some crystals that are useful to use in relation to, and these are just a few, there's plenty more for the root chakra, are agate, bloodstone, tiger's eye, garnet, ruby, hematite, onyx, rose quartz, and smoky quartz. So that's just some basic kind of information about, you know, the root chakra, so that you guys have a little bit more idea about what I'm talking about here in this reading, and kind of relating it to your root chakra, even though necessarily the messages aren't all, they could not all mean or be related to specifically your root chakra, but maybe larger issues that you just need to know about. I don't really know. We're just going to go with it and see what happens with the messages. So, of course, as always, these are general messages for the collective. So not every card, not every message is going to resonate for you personally. And you might be attracted to more than one of these piles, which is perfectly fine because your personal message might be spread across more than one. So make sure you really use your intuition, you know, connect to your higher self, your guides, your angels, whatever you need to, you know, select the correct pile for you. Use a pendulum if need be, whatever works for you. So the piles that we have here, for pile 1, we have some carnelian. For pile 2, we have garnet. For pile 3, we have red tiger's eye. And for pile 4, we have this piece of super 7. So again, take as much time as you need, and let's see what these messages are. All right, for those of you who chose pile 1, with the carnelian stones, we're going to go ahead and see what is going on for your cards here. Starting off with some tarot, we have the 5 of Wands. We also have the Fool. And we have the Knight of Fire. So, starting with these 3. It definitely feels like there's a lot going on in the way of needing to move away from certain situations that are no longer serving you, starting something new, and it feels like there's been people that you've been in conflict with, maybe because it's like there's somebody new coming in. Or maybe you're going to be traveling far away. You're making some kind of big change, it feels like, and it's shaking up your stability, which is making you feel a little bit wary, but it's like you want to make this change for yourself. And I feel like some other people are not going to be the most accepting of it. Also, I feel like another part of this is challenge and competition. Some of you might be in challenge and competition with somebody else, maybe in getting the attention of somebody else, somebody that you're interested in. This is definitely, we have Sagittarius here with that Knight of Fire. So let's get a little more specific with that Knight of Fire, because these have different meanings to these particular cards than typically. So the Knight of Fire is traveler, departure, absence, distance, adventure, and Sagittarius. So yeah, it definitely feels like you guys are craving more adventure, more change. You're really setting out there and taking a leap of faith, or you need to take a leap of faith. Maybe for some of you, you're blocking this from occurring because you're afraid of shaking up the stability that you already have. So let's also see, we have this card here, which is the 8 of Air. So with this 8 of Air, it's about the ego, truth, power, responsibility, consequences, cause and effect, lessons learned, memory. Ego does not always tell the truth. Effect will always follow cause. Some of you maybe are receiving criticism from other people and you don't want to listen to it because, again, like the ego is kind of blocking it. But maybe you should kind of consider what they're saying, but at the same time, you still have to follow your own path, I feel like. Effect will always follow cause. Time to change your ways. Admit that you made a mistake. Self-justification does not mitigate harm. Consequences are inescapable. We all make mistakes. Memory is imperfect. So yeah, it's like if you've made certain mistakes in the past, it's like you have to just learn from that and take responsibility for your actions. Don't be kind of like foolhardy here, it feels like. You need to make sure that you have a balance between everything that is going on. So we also have the Fire Dragon. Burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. That's what I feel like this 5 of Wands is about. It's really clearing out the path before you so that you can get moving on what it is your soul path is. There is a lot of fire energy here with the Wands. So this is a lot to do with your spirituality, your creativity, your sensuality, your sexuality. It's like, I feel like if there's somebody that you want to be with, then just take the risk and take the responsibility of whatever can occur from that and just be with them. Because there's a lesson there that you're meant to learn. So we also have here the Queen of the Outsiders. So I have arrived. I'm where I will always be in love. So let's go ahead and see. These are a fairly new deck for me, so I'm very curious to see what these are about. So, no matter who you are or where you are, Saint Sarah's love is the kind that reaches you. There's nothing you need to perfect or prove. There's nothing you need to wait to become. There's only the deep, abiding truth that love is not outside of you. You're never an outsider to love. You are love. Saint Sarah is the ultimate love card, the one that whispers that you have always known that love is our true purpose and our only true home. Love is where we all will arrive. No matter how persecuted, how lonely, how outcast we might feel. No matter how long it's been since we felt love, Saint Sarah is the healing that comes when you embody love again. She is here to welcome us back to the singular destination we actually never left. Home is only ever as far as we allow ourselves to be separate from the space of our own heart. So again, I feel like, especially since we're talking about the root chakra here, it's like, whatever you experienced in your home situation in the past, you are your home. You are your own love. And so it's like you have to remember that you have everything you need. You have that stability. You have that security. And you have the love to carry on forward to what it is you need. You don't need anybody else necessarily to do the work for you. You can take responsibility for yourself and be the love that you need right now, even if you never received it earlier on in your life. There's something important about a Sagittarius here. I don't know if you guys are a Sagittarius, or maybe look at your natal chart and see where Sagittarius is in your natal chart, because that might help to clear up some of this information here. So we also have shock of the new. Yeah, there's a lot of new things coming in for you. I definitely feel like you need to really pay attention to clairaudient messages that you receive, because they're going to be coming in very strong. Also, pay attention to anybody who has heterochromia eyes for some reason. That might be something significant to you. Also, sunflowers are a significant symbol here. You know, it's bright, it's happy, and it's joy and hope renewed for you. I definitely feel like you've been in a lot of rocky relationships, both romantic and otherwise, that have led to a lot of conflict, but you learned important lessons from it, and you need to honor that because it's made you stronger and more stable because of it, especially if you can recognize it. Yeah, you really need to embrace your own empowerment here. A bit of this is more than just your root chakra. I feel like this is a bit of your sacral chakra as well. You really need to get more comfortable with your sensuality and sexuality, because there's a lot there that you need to explore more with, I feel like. But with this empowerment, you have to be confident and sure of yourself. Again, you are your own stable rock. Nobody else has to, bestow that upon you. You can do that for yourself. We also have the Samaritan. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attributes are enacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. So again, this is definitely, I feel like it's important for you to help those that, also I feel like forgive those that maybe have hurt you in the past, because they don't know what they don't know, and it's like you don't need to hold that grudge anymore because you're about to move into something new. I definitely feel like there's something unexpected that's going to be rushing into your life. It could be a person or a situation or opportunity to travel, to go somewhere new. You definitely need to embrace that when it comes in. You have arrived. This is your crowning moment, I feel like. So our last card here is Chop Wood. So let's see what this is about. This is card 42. So with this, it's about being grounded in everyday experience, humility, literally being grounded. So you guys definitely need to work on being grounded. Definitely, obviously, work with your root chakra more, because that's the whole point of the series of videos. And especially getting grounded in the sense of who you are as a person and your own self-love and empowerment. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to let nature takes its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. There is the deeper purpose of releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. I feel like some of you are dealing with a situation where you've been procrastinating on those day-to-day things that you need to get done. You have big dreams, you have big goals, but so much of how to get to those big goals is by taking care of the little things, because those little things add up to form that bigger picture. So, and again, use sort of the daily, mundane, boring tasks that you don't like as a way to meditate and to open yourself up to receptivity. And again, a lot of this has to do with manifesting more stability for you and making this dream a reality. But you have to kind of release and let go a little bit to allow the universe to help you in whatever way it needs to. Again, you have to get into that state of receptivity where you trust and you know you are secure. You don't have to worry about it because it is coming to you, whether that's love, money. It was also talking about with this that stood out to me was, cutting away certain attachments. It mentioned that, things that are taking away your attention from your goal. Yeah, there's a deeper purpose for releasing attachment. I feel like there's attachments that you have to certain people, and part of that is like those people are maybe distracting you from the things you really need to get done. So you need to stay focused on this singular path that you are on. Again, burn away the lower energies around you. I feel like there are a lot of lower energies, and the root chakra itself vibrates at a deeper, lower frequency. So there might be some things going on there. Maybe I would suggest listening to some music that resonates to the hertz and the sounds of the root chakra to help you in this process. And also I'm going to throw out your sacral chakra as well. So you might also want to watch that video that I do on the sacral chakra next, because that might help you a lot here as well, I feel like, for you guys. So with that said, again, these are going to be quick, kind of short messages. I'm just seeing what they say. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys who picked this particular pile. But I thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, turn on the bell notification if you'd like to help and support the channel in any way. There's going to be links to my Amazon wish list, my Ko-fi, Redbubble, my Instagram, because I'd definitely love to see you guys join me over there. And if you'd ever like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces-Twin, all that info is down in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you. All right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with the garnet stone, let's go ahead and see what is going on for your cards. Starting off with the tarot, we have the 3 of coins. We have the 5 of wands coming up again. We also have the high priestess. And we have the 8 of fire. So we have what looks like Mercury in Sagittarius. So I wonder how many of you have Mercury in Sagittarius. Or maybe I would also suggest looking at your progress chart to see if you have Mercury in Sagittarius right now. Speaking a little bit more on that 8 of fire. Oops, I'm dropping things. Let's go ahead and see specifically, because these cards have slightly different meanings. Let's see, the 8 fire, climax, straining towards a goal, movement, Mercury in Sagittarius. So definitely needing to communicate more is a really key project here. And that's a big word here, is project. I feel like you have a lot that you're working towards. And for you guys, it's kind of different from group 1, because group 1 also had the 5 of wands. But for you guys, I feel like you are a group who definitely need community. You need these connections to help with your stability and what it is you're trying to grow. But a huge portion of that is really following your intuition and making sure that you're, listening to the messages that are coming in, because I feel like there's guidance from your spirits, from your ancestors that are coming in to warn you about maybe one particular person that has shadier intentions than what they're letting on. So be wary of that. I feel like also it could be either somebody with shady intentions, or it's somebody who is in competition with you about whatever this project or this goal is that you're building towards. So you need to honor your intuition and your own personal magic and what it is you are sensing about the situation. You have a lot of hidden knowledge that you're going to gain access to. And a part of that is through the connections of the people that you meet. Because I feel like each person that you meet, you receive a different message from them that is important. In fact, look at this. We have networker. Attributes of enhances your unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Shadow attributes of conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So yeah, definitely communication and, via all these other, not just in person, but using the internet, using social media. It's like all of these helps you to build awareness for whatever it is that you're trying to work at. And this is something that, whatever it is that you're working at, it's part of what makes you feel stable and whole, and so you really need to put all of your attention to it. We also have here the 10 of water, so emotions, family. Maybe some of you are trying to build a stronger family, and it's not just family in the sense of like blood family, but like friendship family groups, soul family, chosen family. So with this, It is universal love, divine connection, centeredness, serenity, peace, oneness, boundaries, and disruption. Truly living in the present, a feeling of divine connection. Yeah, you guys are getting this really divine connection. And again, I'm getting the sense that maybe it's with ancestors. It has to do with your family roots. So if you're exploring more about your family lineage and history and DNA, that is really important. A time of serenity and ease, a positive emotional state, power born of knowledge and understanding, which you're gaining more of. The power to consciously project your energy, say no to disruptive influences, giving life and power to shadows. Yeah, the high priestess is connected to that shadow self. So you learning more about that is highly important. Again, you're not going to let any disruptions hinder you in what it is you're working towards here, whether it's a relationship, a project. You guys will know. We also have all that glitters is gold. So again, don't be swayed by false masks. Make sure you're showing your authentic self and being aware of the masks that other people wear. I need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkling new thing, being mercurial. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority or the sparkle of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing, or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine all that the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? So again, maybe you need to know and understand more about what it is you're trying to acquire. Some of you, I feel like you're kind of making a decision between two people. So you might be involved in kind of third-party situations, whether romantically or otherwise. And one person just isn't really being all that authentic. And you need to make sure you're being authentic. This is concern, I feel like, also about your material world. And right now, you need to focus less on the material because that's going to work itself out, even though you need to work more on feeling stable in your spiritual self, is what I'm getting here as well. And through your relationships and connections, that's the area that needs work more in the realm of stability. So we also have the air and fire dragon, which is so crazy because we had that Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury is like an air kind of planet, and Sagittarius is fire. So expands your creative energies, harness your creativity, excitement and enthusiasm, communicate your passions. Again, a lot of this has to do with communicating these projects and presenting them and trying to get some backing on it because it's going to really bring you a lot of peace, I feel like. You have these, I feel like you're getting these downloads of messages, and really to get this project off the ground, you got to network more. So we also have Pope Joan with the Pontiff of Possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Yeah, you have unlimited potential here. It's just a matter of you kind of investing in the right places and in the right people, I feel like. So be very discerning about that. So let's see. With her message is, when we can easily get caught beneath the glass ceiling of what we think is possible, but the truth is that everything is possible. It's hard for us to imagine just how much the divine wants for our lives, much more than we could ever hope. Pope Joan reminds us that even if we think that we were meant what we want isn't possible, it is. Or even better, there's something our soul wants for us that will give us more than we can think to ask for. Pope Joan is a sign to trust in what you believe about yourself. Trust what's within you. Don't rely on what you see around you. Have faith. Know that the circumstances you are currently in are transformed from within. Begin to believe in a vision of your life. Cultivate the capacity to see it, to really imagine it with all your senses, and you will live into the day when it exists as the reality that now surrounds you. Pope Joan's right hand is held in the papal, sorry, don't hate me, blessing, a Christian mantra of benediction. The two fingers that point upward represent Christ's dual nature as both fully human and fully divine. The human ego is limited and lives beneath a glass ceiling. Joan demonstrates to us, though, that for the soul, the glass ceiling doesn't even exist. Trust in what the soul knows is possible for you. This is what Joan's wry smile, I don't hate me, reminds us. Also, you know, this hand gesture, kind of like, you know, both of those versions, it's not just something that you see in Christian iconography. It's also something you see Buddha doing. You see it in Hinduism as well. It's like you see it across quite a few different cultures and religions. So those are the kind of things that I find really interesting, is like the similarities between all these things, because it's like, where was the true source of where everybody got this from? Because there had to be, because why else would everybody be showing the same thing? Anyway, going off on a tangent. Let's see what else we have here. So we have immortality, and we have follow your own rhythm. So yeah, this is all about following your own path. Again, expressing and communicating your authentic self, seeing beyond, again, the surface of things. Even, you know, Pope Joan here was talking about that. And you gotta, I feel like movement is really important for you guys. So again, make sure that you're exercising, you're doing like a dance class, you're expressing yourself. Maybe you're even wanting to express your creativity through movement of your body. I feel like you have this kind of beautiful immortality about you. There's something, you know, your soul is immortal in that way, and it just keeps growing, keeps expanding, but it never withers. It just keeps blooming, is what I'm getting here. You really need to keep showing yourself, your true self. Again, keep expanding out beyond just one pond. You can expand further out, go down the river into the ocean, and go see all more of the world here, and really expand outward. That's just the big thing I'm getting. Expanding outward. I feel like you guys have worked on getting like a good stability right now, but now it's time to move it out more, build it more, reach out more. You have like an immortal legacy to leave behind for generations to come if you follow your own rhythm. That's the message I'm getting here. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below, make sure to like and subscribe, turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos, and please do consider checking out the other parts of this kind of chakra colored theme series I'm doing here. And if you would like to help and support the channel in any way, there's going to be links to, you know, my Amazon wish list, my Ko-fi, Redbubble, my Instagram. I'd definitely love to see you guys join me over there, because I'm always doing more tarot and art related things. So, and of course, if you'd ever like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces-Twin, all that info is also down in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked pile 3 with the red tiger's eye, I'm just like blanking right now. But let's go ahead and see what is going on for your cards here. We're going to go ahead and start off with the tarot, if I can grab these. So for the tarot, we have the Chariot, so Cancer energy. We also have the Emperor, which is Aries energy here, so Cancer and Aries. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, so 3 major arcanas already. Well, let's make that 4 major arcanas right now, because we also have the Death cards, so, which is, of course, Scorpio. You guys have a lot going on here. Not only are you going through a major transformation with the Death moment here, it's like you are getting totally shaken up. I also feel like there's something to do with a connection with a particular person. let's see, which is, again, Death is Scorpio. I want ability to penetrate, passion, and secretiveness. Some of you are maybe being a little bit sneaky about something. You need to definitely be careful about that, just because fate has a funny way of revealing things in the long run. So just be aware of that. Maybe for some of you, you're having a secret love affair. Maybe it's somebody who is older than you, or they're like a boss, or they're just somebody with a status. You need to be aware that maybe you're also, I'm just going to throw this out again, and it's not going to resonate for everybody. In some cases, maybe for some of you, you're not the only one they're also in this relationship with, or maybe this is just not the only person for you. Maybe there's other people. But I feel like moving away from that kind of situation for a lot of you, this is about major transformation and growth, going from maybe a low period into a really high period where you are driving forward in victory. There's the energy kind of, this card and this imagery makes me think of Freya. So really claiming your sensuality, your sexuality. She did a lot of stuff. She was, and then, definitely read up on her story when it came to her necklace that was made by the dwarves. Like that whole story, I feel like that could be a situation that is kind of resonant to you guys for whatever reason. Like somebody who has gifted you something and then you kind of repaid them in a certain way. AKA there was almost like a sex exchange here, or using your own sex to gain power for some reason, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I think it's working for you here. Just make sure that you're not sacrificing too much of your own energy in the situation. This is a very weird pile. I'm getting a lot of different messages, a lot of weird things. I feel like a lot of you are moving towards, and everybody has with all the piles. This is just the kind of collective energy here with this kind of reading about moving towards strong goals and really putting that action towards it, because it's like these goals, these projects are really going to bring you a lot of stability, but maybe it's like you kind of have to cut away certain things from your life in order to make this transformation happen, to really drive into your victory. So we also have here the Ace of Earth. So let me go ahead and put that one over here. So the Ace of Earth. See what it's about. So with the Ace of Earth, it's new beginnings, goals, motivation, desire, preparations, opportunity, education, security, potential, reward, potential consequences. I was also getting the sense that maybe some of you who are in school right now, maybe you're involved with a TA of yours, or even a professor, or just somebody who is I'm just getting the sense of somebody who is either in a higher position than you, or more power than you, or is older than you, something like that. For some of you, that's just coming through. So I don't know why. Comment down below if that is resonant or not. That's, again, it's not going to apply to everybody here. But anyway, practicality and pragmatism, starting anew, new financial or career opportunities, reward versus consequence, making preparations, planning for the future, material gain, a desire for security. So that's the big thing here with your root chakra. You're desiring more security. And so that's maybe why you're attracted to somebody who also, there might be some things for some of you that you need to work out with in regards to your father, or a father figure you grew up with. There might be you might not felt very secure from that figure in your life, and so you guys need to work through that. And that might be why you're attracted to people who maybe have similar qualities, so that you can try to fill in that void where you lack the security from that figure. I feel like a lot of you want more material gain. You're wanting to go after these new career opportunities. You're starting anew. You're really, really focused on this. And so you will do anything, and you will approach anybody with, hey, I will literally work to the bone to make this happen if you can give me this opportunity. And even for some of you, it's other things. No judgment here. Just, again, there's the warning here of reward versus consequences. So just make sure that you're being safe and you're being smart about it. Because again, the Wheel of Fortune, it's fate, it's unpredictable, it's a turning wheel, it goes up and it goes down, so you never know what's going to happen with the wheel. So just be aware. I don't know, these are very specific and odd messages for this pile, so sorry about that. I'm not really sorry about that. I'm just saying that it's not going to resonate for everybody. So we also have the Blue Dragon from Pleiades. Prepares you to accept source healing. Accept a heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. So some of you definitely, it's very interesting because this is talking about heart, and then the colors are so, blue, obviously. So I feel like you guys should definitely watch the heart chakra part of this series, as well as the throat chakra. You might feel a very strong connection to the Pleiades. You're definitely going through a major healing moment, especially with the Death card, and it's going to make you feel much more empowered, is what I'm getting here. We also have the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. And there we go again. Give and receive. The energy of the universe is merciful. So yeah, if you give, you're going to get something in return. So it's not a wasted effort on your part. If you give something, you will get something in return here with whoever it is you're dealing with, whatever the situation is. So you're going about it. Just make sure that you're doing these things for the right reasons, and that what you're going after is really what you want, because there's kind of that thing about be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it, and just be aware of that idea. So let's see, where is she? Here she is. Let's see if I can say this. Is it Mao Shane? Don't hate me. I'm not the greatest at pronouncing things. Don't hate me. But let's go ahead and see her. I lost what page she was on already. Here we go. So giving is receiving. So the author, Sue Monk Kidd, articulates the process of empathy so clearly when she writes, empathy is the most mysterious transaction that human soul can have, and it's accessible to all of us, but we have to give ourselves to the opportunity to identify, to plunge ourselves in a story where we see the world from the bottom up or through another's eyes or heart. Empathy is mercy's twin sister. When we can feel into the reality of someone else's suffering, we open up to the possibility of mercy. Mercy comes from the old Etruscan merc, which means exchange. Mercy is the embodiment of compassion. It can feel easy or even natural to have compassion for people who have never harmed us personally, but mercy is having compassion for someone who has. Mercy requires that we give something of ourselves, which is symbolized by Mao Shane. Sean? Is it Sean or Shane? Sean. I feel like neither one of those is correct. Sorry. Giving her eyes and arms to the king. And then you have the emperor. It's crazy. It can feel like a great sacrifice to be so giving towards someone who has given us nothing but suffering. Here's where the magic comes in. The law of the universe is merciful. The more we give, the more we receive. When the king realized the profound act of mercy his daughter bestowed on him, Mao Shane transformed into her true manifestation as the thousand-armed Kuan Yin. Mao Shane is a reminder that giving is the true receiving. When we refuse to release our anger towards someone, we're blocking the flow of the universe within us. So I feel like you guys definitely do have, for some of you, a blockage in your root chakra, and it has to do with a father figure. You need to, again, kind of take on this mercy role and just forgive and move on, is what I'm getting here, so that you can ride into battle and be victorious in the rest of your life. We are not harming the person who harmed us by remaining angry. We are keeping ourselves from receiving the love and life that is already ours. So wow, that's a big message here. So we also have dream a beautiful dream. Yeah, anything that you really want to manifest for yourself, you can dream it into reality. You just have to believe. And again, you have to release, for some of you, some of the anger you're holding on to from the past. Again, we have a lot of blue coming up, so definitely the throat chakra is important. You have something to say. Willing entanglement. So yeah, this is kind of a card that talks about kind of sacrificing oneself for the sins of other people in a way, or the worries. You guys are definitely an empath, and so you take on the pain of other people and you kind of willingly sacrifice yourself. But this is a message of you need to kind of untangle yourself from that so you can focus on yourself right now. You need to get your hands in the reins. We also have the hedonist with inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. That's what you guys need to work on more. Shadow attributes is it pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. So definitely make sure you're not overindulging in things. You need to make sure that you're keeping your health in check, because that's important with the root chakra. And finally, we have round and round. So again, some of you are stuck in a perpetrating pattern that is holding you back from your own success. And again, it has to do with the past, with your father, I feel like, or again, some sort of strong masculine parent figure. They can be male and female in their actual gender, but they just embody that masculine energy. Or maybe they were an Aries that you were dealing with. But we have 25 here. So with this card, it is all about the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. This also very much lines up with the Wheel of Fortune here. So the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. So again, you're rising up to see this perspective of overall from a much higher point, and it's going to bring you a lot of healing when you can look at the larger picture here and realize that whatever you're holding on to from the past, it's not serving any purpose anymore. If you're angry at somebody, it's like that anger, like this card was saying, isn't going to help you because it's not doing anything to them. They're still living their life and living it up. You're holding yourself back by even focusing on that negativity anymore. So you need to, again, celebrate yourself, celebrate your own beauty, and live life to the fullest, because you're about to go through a major transformation when you do that. That's for your betterment. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about this. This was a very specific one with specific situations. Not every situation is going to resonate, so just take it as it is. If you'd like to help and support the channel in any way, make sure to subscribe, check out, my Amazon wishlist, Ko-fi, Redbubble, my Instagram for sure, because I would love to see you guys over there as well, because I'm always doing more tarot-related art things. Get to know me more. Definitely check me out there. And if you'd ever like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces-Twin, that info is also in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked the fourth and final pile with this Super 7 stone, we're going to go ahead and check out your cards and see what your message is. So let's see what we have. We have the 7 of Cups. So you guys are definitely have a lot of ideas. You're trying to select the right paths, and you're stuck in this kind of illusion. You're fantasizing a lot, and you're not getting that grounding that you need, I feel like. Yeah, because you're trying to make a decision about something, because we have the Lovers here. So you might be involved in a situation where you might be trying to choose between two people, and you need to look beyond the surface of things. There definitely feels like there's something important as far as an offer of love. We also have Strength here with this particular card. You got to get humble. And you got to get honest with what it is you need from this situation or this person. With this particular card here, let's go ahead and see what it's about with the Strength card from this particular deck. Strength is Libra in this case, in this deck, for whatever unique reason. I balance, harmony, union. So yeah, you guys are trying to work on coming into union, but there's just, I feel like you're kind of getting distracted by things. You need to get centered here. So we have a lot of air energy then in this case, in this particular reading. So communication is important as well. We also have, on that note, we have the 11 of air. So let's go ahead and see about this one. Let's see, the 11 of air. Right? Yes. 11 of air, body and mind. You need to get in alignment with your body and your mind, because it just feels like your mind is kind of like all over the place, and it's affecting your body because you can't focus and you can't, again, get grounded. That's what just keeps coming to me. You have to get grounded and stable. So imagination, reality, fact, opinion, body, mind, open mind, narrow mind. Be open-minded and questioning. You are only limited by your mind. Be discerning. How is your mind affecting your body? How is your body affecting your mind? Facts are certainties. Opinions are not facts. We can only change ourselves. I feel like also some of you need to embrace more masculine energy here. To help you take action on what it is you need to make a decision on, and to get some clarity through your mind and kind of weed out some of the unnecessary things. And also just to, again, get more grounded. It's just what I keep going back to. So we also have the gold and silver violet flame dragon. Transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. So yeah, some of you need to work some magic. You need to, again, I feel like do some really grounding meditations, because you're transmuting something. That's why your mind is kind of, again, I just keep getting this, that's like how your mind is. It's just kind of like all over the place. You have all these ideas, you have all these messages flowing in, and it's like you just kind of need to shut it up for a second and take one at a time. You need to, it's like an open faucet. It's just like running and it's overspilling, and you need to kind of like twist it, and you need to narrow it, and you need to get like a steady stream so that you can channel these things that you need to channel. Again, you need to bring the harmony back to your mind, into your body, because it's really affecting you. You might be like very exhausted. You might be having trouble sleeping, I feel like. So we also have Mary Magdalene with the apostle to the apostles. I'm the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So yeah, you guys are having, it feels like some like very divine things happening to you. You know, some major messages coming through in your mind. And so you really need to, again, kind of bring the funnel in, kind of narrow it so that you can get that steady stream. So with Mary Magdalene here, Mary Magdalene represents the fierce, unwavering love that we all have access to within our own vulnerable hearts. It's a love that renders all things sacred, from the animals to the angels, from the poorest to the most powerful. It's a love that sees the inherent worth of all things, and it's a love that remains even through the darkest times, even through death. Her love is the one that resurrects. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene relates that Jesus came to unite us, to demonstrate to us a true human being, an anthropos, meaning a person who is both fully human and fully divine. This is what Mary became, and it's why she was so beloved by Jesus. She didn't seek to follow him. She sought instead to become her true self. Mary Magdalene reminds us that we have the power to receive vision from within. We are worthy of such proximity to the divine, because that's the other half of what it means to be truly human. She reminds us that there is a bridge between heaven and earth, and we are that bridge. And she wants us to remember that the truest church we can ever enter is in the heart. This is where our true power rests and where love never ends. So again, I'm definitely getting the sense that you guys are having like literally some of you are having visions, and it's like very overwhelming, and you kind of can't figure it out, but this it's transformative for you. It's helping to give you answers about a situation you're kind of confused about. She feels, she knows. Again, trust your intuition. What you feel is what you know. I feel like some of you are maybe getting swayed to kind of settle for somebody who you think on paper is perfect, but it's like your heart really is in somebody else. Is with somebody else in that way. So we also have follow the signs. Yeah, you are getting all kinds of signs and synchronicities. Foxfire might be significant for some of you, that are telling you and pointing you in the right direction of where this person is that you're meant to really follow and be with. It's your strength, it's your harmony, it's your balance. You need to balance. Yeah, because we also have the Prince here. Romantic charm and potential for power. Shout attributes, using power for self-aggrandizement. aggrandizement. I can never say this word. But yeah, it's like you guys are either looking for your prince or your princess in a way. And so it's like you have to listen to the signs you're getting because they're so crystal clear, but it's just they're like a torrent in your mind and you just can't focus. You got to get to that focus because, yeah, and literally Mary Magdalene was talking about, the bridge between heaven and earth, and we have between worlds. You are this in between of the worlds. You are the oracle. You are the channeler. You need to own that fact. Is just what I'm getting here. Resisting it is futile and it's only going to cause you more problems. So let's see with this card 3. So transmutation, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness and no man's land. This is purgatory in a way. Between the worlds is where we must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when we are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essentially now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery, again, great power, potential for power. You guys have great potential for power, but it's just like you can't get it focused. Get grounded. So a mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. It's funny that it's bringing up rainbow because when I was talking about Mary Magdalene and, that we are the bridge between heaven and earth, it just made me think of the rainbow bridge for, reasons. So maybe that's significant for some of you. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys need to come into your power and you have the power, but it's like you can't get a handle on how to use it. Because it's just kind of like all over the place. It's chaotic and you kind of just need to funnel it in. Some of you, this has to do with finding your person, your divine counterpart, and not settling for something that on paper seems correct, like the right option. It's like love is love. So it's just like go with what you love. With that said, if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Thought about it. That was weird what my mouth just did. I don't know what it just did. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to help and support the channel in any way, please do consider checking out, my Amazon wishlist, my Ko-fi, my Redbubble, definitely Instagram, because I would love to see you guys over there. And if you'd ever like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces-Twin, all that info is down in the description. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.